Welcome. My name is Liam, and today we're going to be talking about how to maximize your productivity without without feeling overwhelmed about it. So you can ask yourself these couple of questions like, what are the most important tasks that you must complete today? Like if you do not complete, your day cannot start without it being completed. Use SMART goals and make sure to make sure that these goals align with your long-term objectives. For example, if you aim to complete a project, you want to make sure that you prioritize time for that to make sure that it's completed, and use time blocking use time blocking to plan your day effectively. Like, for example, you can plan your day the night before or early in the morning, um, and try to take breaks between tasks to prevent overload or stress, and limit distractions by apps that using apps or tools that allow you to limit distractions. And here's an example routine that you guys can follow if you want. It's just an example. It's not like catered for anybody. It's just an example. And prioritize high prioritize your work in different levels. For example, if your work is urgent or important, you have to do it immediately. Important but not urgent, you can schedule it to a certain time. Urgent but not important, you can delegate it. Or neither urgent or no important, you can get rid of it totally. Use the 80 to 20 rule, like 80% of your results should come from 20% of your efforts. Focus on high impact tasks to get the output of the task benefiting you. And yeah, maintaining your well-being and energy levels are very important, because if you do not, you won't be able to focus throughout the day. Like, to maintain your energy levels, I recommend that you start with a morning routine for hydration, movement, and being mindful of what you're gonna do throughout the day. Take regular breaks, have healthy food, stay hydrated, get enough sleep, ideally 7 to 9 hours, and reduce distractions again. Um, Use apps that will help you with that. And at the end of the day, when all of that is over, take 5 to 10 minutes to reflect on what worked and what didn't. For example, you could ask yourself these questions like, what were my top wins for today? What challenges did I face? How can I improve tomorrow? Like, tracking progress will help you make adjustments and improve your planning over time to make sure you achieve your goals without feeling that there's no meaning behind it. So yeah, and use product um, and also sometimes things may not go as planned, so you just gotta accept the thing and just adapt quickly and find another solution for it. For example, you want to go somewhere, but then you had an important meeting to go to that if you miss, it's gonna affect your whole life. Then yeah, you have to go to that meeting. So try to balance it out. And yeah, so, and many people have many different questions regarding this. Like, for example, some people may struggle with, how do I plan my day if I have an unpredictable routine or schedule? For example, to find the solution to that, I recommend you focus on prioritizing rather than regrading the schedule. Use a task list, use a planner, a fixed time block, use buffer time between tasks to accommodate changes. Identify one or two key tasks that you must complete regardless of the unpredictability. And for example, many people have this issue where they don't finish their task throughout the day for the day. Like, they may have some work left behind. So if you want to fix that problem, I recommend you move the tasks that were not incompleted within that specific day to another day, and try to review what has caused the delay. Like, what was taken most of your brain capacity. Try to find a solution to that. I'd mainly focus on progress over uh, perfection, and prioritize completion over barrenness. Like, for example, focus on the progress over perfection. Perfection is important, however, progress matters more as well. Like, if you do not complete it, you're not going to see the results. So I recommend that you make progress first, because as time goes by, you eventually find ways to improve, because it's like a puzzle basically. So you start from there, and then you got to work your way up and then see what missing parts can you complete. And how much many people also ask me is, how much time should I spend planning versus doing the thing? Like, for example, you should spend around 5 to 15 minutes in the morning or night before planning the thing, and don't over plan it. Spend 90% of your time executing and adjusting as needed. Like, this is very important. Many people, they fail to execute anything they want to do in life. Like, for example, they want to, like, start something, or they want to do something, but they 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 keep over planning it, saying that, oh, it's not going to be perfect, or what happens if people say this, what happens if it doesn't go out right. So don't worry about these comments, just keep going at it. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but as you keep posting, doing it, it will be perfect. And and is it better to plan in the morning or the night before? Well, it really depends. I think if you do it in the night before, it really helps you start the day with clarity and reduce decision fatigue. If you do it in the morning, it allows you to adjust for the last minute priorities as and your energy levels. I recommend that you try both and see what works for you. And how do I balance structure and flexibility, like, in your day-to-day life? Like, you can plan tasks that must be completed, and use time blocking, and be okay with adjusting your time schedule to different needs. And yeah, so those are some of the stuff that you want to consider. And if everything feels, some people may encounter that everything feels urgent in life, like they have to do this, they have to do that. If they miss one thing, it's going to cause them to not accomplish the thing at all. So what I recommend is, if you feel as though everything is urgent, I recommend um that you think in a different way. Like, not everything is truly urgent. There's a certain level of urgent, level 1, level 2, level 3, 4, 5, depends. Organize it like that, and take a step back, list a task, and rank them based on impact rather than urgency. Ask yourself a question like, what will move the needle forward the most? Like, what will have the most amount of impact on you based on your needs? And and also, many people um, keep getting stuck in time wasting habits. Like, try to identify low value activities such as excessive meetings or unnecessary emails. Set time limits for the task. Use the 8-20 rule. Focus on 20% of the task, the and 80% of the results. And yeah, you should plan your day as soon as you can. And the best way to use time blocking efficiently is assign specific time for different types of work, deep work, emails, meetings, and include breaks, and yeah, between tasks, and adjust it based on your needs. And yeah, and if you want to use the Pomodoro technique in your daily plan, you can work in 25 minutes focus sprints, and then take 5-minute break, and then add pomodoros and take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. And this is a great method for people who want to focus without procrastination. And there's some alternatives to time blocking, like for example time batching. You can use group similar tasks together. The 2-minute rule: if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. And most important tasks, focus on the most free priorities of the day. And yeah, and turn off unnecessary notifications. When you go to sleep, turn on airplane mode so you don't get distracted. And many people, they want to stay productive but they feel unmotivated. So to fix this issue, you can start with small wins. Like, what wins have you had in the past that led you to your future currently that you're living in? Start with the small celebrations that you had in the past. Even if you did not have a celebration, just think about what you have done in the past. Just try to get that in the future, and change the environment you are in, and remind yourself why the task matters. And many people, you know, when they try to come home from work, they may struggle to maintain their energy levels throughout the day. So I recommend you take regular breaks, 60 to 90 minutes, nutritious meals, get sunlight, exercise more, do all the good stuff. And some good productivity habits you can build is track your progress at the end of the day, following all the stuff that I said at the beginning of this video. And yeah, to avoid burnout, prioritize work-life balance, and say no to things that are less important than others. And yeah, and make sure to balance things out. And yeah, so some apps I recommend is Google Calendar, Notion, if you want to take notes for planning. So if some people may think about using a digital planner or a physical planner, I recommend digital planner if you want more flexibility, as it's easy to adjust. Physical is better if you want memory retention and focus. So yeah, I recommend physical, as there's less temptation of you grabbing a mobile phone and scrolling all day. Unless if you're sensible enough, then digital could also be a great option, as it requires less effort and time to put in together. And do a daily reflection of what worked and what didn't. How does it make it different from you and others? Like, and yeah, set priorities, set time blocks, and stay flexible without over complicating things. And yeah, so overall, being productive, having a good well-being is very important if you want to do anything. Like, maybe you want to start a side hustle, maybe you want to start a career, maybe you want to do something with your life. But if your well-being and you're not productive, you're never going to get it done. No matter if you have the best plan in the world, it's still not going to work. So it's very important that you guys consider that. Oh, and considering your well-being, do consider checking out my membership, where I give you tailored advice on how to achieve your goals, whatever goal you guys may have. This is a great membership to join. It gives you accountability, and you get to have Zoom calls every week, every 2 weeks, and Q&A sessions and more. Obviously, do consider checking it out. And if you want to achieve your goals in a more realistic approach without feeling procrastination about what you should be doing, and because many people often feel procrastination before even doing the thing. So I recommend you join the membership if you want to check it out. The link will be in the in the description. And yeah, so I hope this video gives you an outline on what you should be thinking about on how to maximize your productivity without feeling overwhelmed. If you guys have any questions, do feel free to comment down below. Let me know in the comments about what's stopping you from achieving your goals. Like, what's the barrier between you and the way you want to get? Like, what's stopping you from achieving it? Do let me know down in the comments. If you guys have any questions, again, do feel free to ask. And yeah, I hope to see you soon.